in the end zone with just over a minute left. Brian Flores said Tua will remain the starter, but in the moment, Fitzpatrick was the spark the Dolphins needed to try and get a win. So, Shannon, big deal or no big deal that Tua was pulled?
Well, Skip, it was a big deal because the Dolphins created a problem that didn't need to exist. They didn't have to create this. And it just goes to show you, see, Tua, this is why you don't talk. Man, I thought the NFL was going to be a lot harder. 5 days after he said that, the guy sitting on the bench looking while somebody else trying to do your job, what you failed to do in that game. The easy. But NFL ain't never easy. I've never, ever heard, Skip, and I played in an era with some great quarterbacks, and I've been covering this game for a long time. I've never heard Brady. Brady says it doesn't get easier. Manning says it doesn't get easier. But a rookie is going to say, man, this thing easy. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, Skip. I didn't second guess this. I first guessed this. I didn't understand why you would do this after Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing so well. Had won 3 straight. Skip, if they had lost 3 straight and he was playing bad, I give you that. I've never seen a guy lose his job after playing as well as Ryan Fitzpatrick played, winning ball games, and he says, oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and make this move now. You made that move. What do you think the other guys in the locker room are thinking? Now, Doug Peterson says, I don't want to make a move like this because it would send the wrong message to the locker room. What the hell you think the message was being sent? Just imagine, Skip, if Coach Belichick, after Tom Brady wins all those games, he inserts Drew Bledsoe back into the starting lineup. What kind of message would that have sent? You don't do things like this just because, well, we took the guy with the 5th pick in the draft. No. You had an opportunity, and you still might catch Buffalo. But Ryan Fitzpatrick was playing too well. You created a problem that you didn't need to have. And now you got a problem on your hands moving forward. Because I'm telling you, the guys in that locker room believe Ryan Fitzpatrick gives them a better chance to win. Tua, I know. I've been in locker rooms a long time, and I'm telling you what they're thinking. They ain't going to say it publicly. They believe in Ryan Fitzpatrick, and it hurt them.
They almost believed in him all the way home yesterday. He got him back in the game.
He did. They won't say it, Skip, and it hurt Ryan Fitzpatrick because he's like, man, I didn't know. This caught me off guard. It hurt him, and it hurt them because it's something about this kid, Skip. I mean, everywhere he goes, Skip, he go to Tampa, and you see how the guy, he come out there.
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's something about him. He's just infectious. He's magnetic. He just has that kind of, look,
it's magic.
Yes, he just has something about him, Skip. The guy's like, man, I want to play with this guy. I want to play for this guy.
It sounds like you are getting down on your man, Tua.
Skip, I just believe in the situation that it was under, that Ryan should have stayed in there. Now, maybe, Skip, they couldn't protect him. Now, maybe they looked past the Broncos. Oh, man, the Broncos, they terrible. They can't do anything. Tua had never been hit like this before. They got after him. And then they could... And then now you let the Broncos run. I was surprised, Skip. I was surprised with how well the Broncos offense moved the ball against Miami's defense. The way they ran the football, I'm like, huh?
I remain skeptical about your man, Tua. I was before the draft. I was after the draft. I'll say it again in a nutshell. He had reportedly 5 surgeries at Alabama, and the great Shannon Sharp has always told me, hurt in college, hurt in the pros.
That's not what happens, Skip.
He measures about 6 feet tall, and he's got an average arm. It's an accurate arm, but on velocity, I'll give him average, though some of his throws require hang time. You can it's like punt
You got to fair catch it?
Yep, you do. And here he was off this like idealistic, wide-eyed comment. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than this. He goes up to Denver. You know that place. You know that. but you don't know this team because this team was 3-6 coming into this game.
Yes.
This defense ranked 27th in the NFL in points allowed. And this defense did that to him, sacked him 6 times. I did not watch this game closely. I'll be the first to admit, but I've carefully watched the highlights. And even the ones we've been showing here, he just looks a little brain-locked, like, I don't know. And before, you can't play like this in this league because it's hard.
Well, what they did, Skip, is that what you try to do with a rookie quarterback, you take his first throw, you take his first read away. You make him go to his second because they give him something simple. Just get the ball out of your hands.
Yep.
So what the Broncos did, they took that first read away, and you see, he clutched.
Up, boom, it's over. Six times you go down, and you're coming off a hip surgery that was at least career-threatening. Not career-ending, but it was career-threatening. So I hark back to the track team of receivers he got to play with at Alabama, and all of a sudden he doesn't have that kind. Because you saw what Devontae Smith did. He's setting records at Alabama.
Yeah.
And we got Judy at Denver, and we got Ruggs with the Raiders.
Right.
And I'm looking around at
Jay the Waddle,
who got hurt.
Yeah.
But again, you had all four of them on one team, and it's like, where's the candy from the baby? I'll take that one. I'll take that one. And by the way, that running back they have, whoo. He is something. He can run with it, and he can catch it, run with it.
Yeah.
So my point is that you have to be careful that he wasn't somewhat a product of that. So Adam Schefter did report at ESPN that, hey, this is still an audition because they have to make sure what they have in him. They threw him into the fire to make sure because they have such a wealth of draft picks that they can get up into the money picks if they want to. If they buy into Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields.
This is what we do know, Skip. Whomever have those first two picks, they don't have enough to give them up because Jacksonville is quarterback deficient and the Jets are quarterback deficient. You're not getting those guys just like they tried to move up to get Joe Burrow. Cincinnati said, nah. When you're quarterback deficient, Skip, you get that guy. I don't care how many draft picks you got. You get that guy. It seems like to me that the Chargers found their guy in Herbert. He makes that team look different. Cincinnati, he makes that team look different. Andy Reid traded up to get Mahomes, Skip. He makes that team look different. You look at Deshaun Watson. When you miss on that guy, Chicago trade up to one spot to get Trubisky. You don't recover. So you better hope Tua works out, because nobody's gonna let you trade up to get Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence. That's not gonna happen.
Okay, you got Trey Lance, you got the BYU kid. You got Zach Wilson, you got
the kid from Alabama. Who knows what's going to?
Okay,
but you're not the top two. You ain't getting handled.
Okay, so you did spend the 5th pick in the draft, but now you're looking over your shoulder at the guy you just mentioned, Justin Herbert. Did you make the right choice?
Man, I watched him yesterday, Skip. He can flat out throw the ball.
He can fling it.
His arm is.
It's a big arm from a big boy.
He is
6'6".
Yes, and he can move. He can. Well, I knew he could run, Skip.
Yeah.
But you don't normally see guys that big can run that well. I mean, Allen is another guy, but this kid, he made a throw to Keenan Allen. The DB is in perfect position. He turns, and by the time he turns back around, the ball goes through his arm and hit Keenan Allen in the chest.
Well, I'm with you. If you're going to go down this Tua road, just stay on the road. Just if that's what you're going to do, and you made the case you shouldn't have gone down in the first place, let it play out. But they got the draft pick, so they want to find out, that they want to sample what they have in him. Well, I'm sure Brian Flores looked down the list of games, and he sees Jets, because they got the Jets again. So Tua's going to get his second Jets game coming up this Sunday.
Yeah, and the Jets, look at it. The Jets ain't the Jets not messing up their pick. They're the Trevor Lawrence Derby.
Yep.
They're going to play hard for like a series or two, let you get out to the big league, play hard to make you think, oh, man, look at the Jets. Man, the Jets' fault. The Jets not messing up their pick. Now, they don't want to go 16-0, 0-16, excuse me, but 1-15 should. 1-15 should do just fine.
Dolphins are in a precarious position
They are.
with this kid.
But, Skip, they created a problem they didn't have to create.